Forex industry has been lying to you, and in this video I'm going to expose the truth about Forex trading. Now, your favorite guru is probably not going to like this video, but I do recommend to stick around because at the end of this video you're going to be a better trader. And especially if you've been struggling with trading, this video is going to make sure that the struggle is going to go away. So let's start with the first thing I want to expose about the Forex industry, and that's how hedge funds operate. Bigger trading firms, big players in the market, they make around 8, 9, 10, 11% per year. If you search for Forex trading education or anything like that on the internet, people will tell you, I make 100% a year, I make 100% a week, whatever it is. And that's all nonsense. Like, that's ridiculous to claim. If all these professionals with Harvard educated people working there day and night, building strategies, trading, becoming better, they make 8, 9, 10, 11% a year on average. And then some guy in his mom's basement selling courses is telling you he makes 100% a year, that's ridiculous. So be very realistic. If you actually analyze the performance of these hedge funds that actually trade the Forex market and also other markets, you can see that on average they make around 8, 9, 10% per year, and they have losing weeks, losing months and losing years. And yet your guru is probably telling you he makes money every single day, which is ridiculous. As a trader, you're gonna have losing weeks, you're gonna have losing months, and you're gonna have losing years, no matter how good you are. That's just the nature of the game, and that's exposing all these gurus that will tell you that's not the case. It is the case. If even the best professionals with multiple different strategies are having losing years, you can expect that you're going to have one as well, even when you have been profitable for a longer time. So do keep that in mind. And to add on to that, let's say you have a 50% win rate with your strategy. That means that over the course of your next 100 trades, there's almost an 80% probability you're going to lose 6 times in a row. Are you able to handle that? Most people will stop trading after losing 3 times in a row, or they will start making mistakes. While losing 10 times in a row is completely normal as a trader, and again, no one will tell you that. And because of this, because no one is going to tell you this, you probably don't have the right expectations. And because you don't have the right expectations, you put pressure on yourself because you think you need to make 100% a year, while in reality, if you make 10% in a year, you're doing really, really well. And you also put pressure on yourself because if you had a losing week and you lost 5 times in a row, you're mad at yourself and you're like, oh, I suck at this, I need to improve. Reality is completely normal. If you have an edge and you trade it without mistakes, it's completely normal to lose 5 times in a row, to have a losing week, to have a losing month. So keep that in mind, and anyone that's going to tell you make this amount per day or I never lose in a week or all these things, it's not true. So the next thing I want to expose about the Forex industry is the fact that all these websites from brokers are going to tell you 80% of people lose money here and 78% lose money there, 90% lose money there. That's not true. It's a fact that most people lose money, but if you take a look at a 15-year time period, 96% of traders and investors cannot beat the market. 96%. So that's a very big portion of all the traders and investors. They cannot make an average of around 8% a year. Keep that in mind. So 96% of people that attempt trading or investing are not going to be able over a longer period of time to beat the market. And that probably makes you think, is it even possible to make money with trading? And the answer is yes, because if you take a look at that 96%, this also includes incompetent people, like people that are in the middle of nowhere, have no idea what they're doing, they open up a broker account, and that also gets added into that percentage. So realistically, if you take a look at how many people fail after being 2 or 3 years into trading and taking it actually seriously and cutting out the beginners, that number goes down and the success rate is going to be a bit higher. It's still not high, but it will increase. And that tells you that yes, it's possible to become a winning trader. However, it's most likely not possible for most people watching this. And I don't want to sound like a dick, but that's just the reality. Not everyone can become a profitable trader. No matter how good your mentor is, no matter how bad you want it, it's just not the case. Like, I cannot become a brain surgeon, and thank God, because I'm probably not going to be good at it. So be realistic, guys. Not everyone can be a profitable trader, and if you're only doing it for the money and you don't like the game, you don't like the backtesting, you don't like the improvement side of things, it's probably not the best thing for you to do, because it is a job, it is a career path, and you will be spending most of your days working on your career. And if you're doing something that you don't like, why even do it? Like, you're supposed to enjoy life, and if you're doing most of the day, you're doing things that you don't like, I don't think it's right. So think about yourself, like, okay, the odds are against you, the failure rate is very high. You probably have the wrong expectations, which you now can work on, but then it becomes, can you even make it? And yes, you can, but is it something that you really want? Alright, so a quick recap. You now know how much returns are normal. You also know that losing periods are completely normal. You know what hedge funds, etc. do. You know that your guru is lying. I gave you a lot of information that probably is quite negative. But I also want to give you some tips on how to actually make it, because I don't want to leave you like this. So let's give you some actual tips. The first thing you have to write down is that your goal will be making 10% a year. And I want you to write this down, is that making 10% per year on average is really good. And that should be the goal. Or making the same as the index, making 8% a year but with less drawdown than the index. That's an amazing goal, and if you can accomplish that, you're on top of the world basically. You're one of the best traders out there if you can do that consistently for a long time. So lower those expectations. Don't aim for doubling that account. Put it down. If you can make 10% a year consistently, then people will be throwing money at you. And I'm not joking, like, you will get opportunities, people will message you, hey, can you manage money for me? And I've been there, and that does happen. So lower your expectations, make a realistic goal. Also write it down, like, I don't want it in a month. Make it a multi-year plan, because it's not going to happen in a month. Make a multi-year plan on where you are now and where you want to be, that 10% per year on average, for example. Then you're going to take a look at all the things that you need to do to get to the 10%. One of the things is having multiple working strategies. And that brings me to the part of edge development. You need to be able to develop an edge the right way. And it's going to take a long time, and you can develop an edge from all sorts of different methods. You can trade breakouts, you can trade simple price action patterns, you can trade indicators, fundamental biases, whatever it is. The point is that you want a portfolio of multiple uncorrelated strategies. And when you do that, you can get to your goal way quicker and in a way more efficient way. And the way to do that is to take a look at what you've learned so far and organize it. Do you want to trade breakouts? Do you want to trade this? Do you want to trade that? Organize it, and then make sure that you pick one thing and then work on that. Build your rules, do the back testing. How well did this work in the past and in that market and in that market? Organize and collect data to see what you want to do has actually worked, and then go from there. And you build multiple edges that way in a very organized way. In the meantime, you're gonna trade demo. So when you've developed one edge, you want to trade demo. And the reason being is that during the live trading phase on a demo account, you're gonna make mistakes. And you want to solve those mistakes, those issues, before you go live. Then, when you've fixed those mistakes and you're going live, you want to do that with a small account, and you want to fix your psychological issues, because most people will find that they will have emotions triggered during the live trading phase. And you want to fix those emotions first before you start scaling up. So for example, let's say after losing 3 trades in a row on your live account, you start to feel anxious, you start to feel emotions. You want to fix that before you scale up, because if you're going to add more money thinking it will solve the problem, it will not. It will amplify the underlying issue. So if you have a little bit of FOMO right now, tripling your account size is going to exaggerate that FOMO. So you want to fix that first, and that can be done with little money. So fix your emotions, keep track of the mistakes you make, then sit with yourself when the market is closed and build a plan to fix the underlying issue. So then you fix your emotional issues, you have at least one strategy, and then it becomes a matter of scaling up, building new edges. And that's how you can become a profitable trader over multiple year time period and realistic expectations. So I hope you learned a lot from this video. I hope I wasn't too negative in the beginning, but I do want to expose some things that are people constantly bombarding you with. It's just false information. You can't win every week, you can't win every month. And the sooner you realize it, the better. Because if you think you need to win every month, you're gonna incorporate bad trading behavior, and we don't want that. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and then I'll see you in the next